In this addendum to the Baroque melody guidelines, we talk a little bit about compound melody. Many, though not all, of the previously discussed contoured guidelines apply not only to Baroque melodies, but also to the melodies of the Renaissance. However, one aspect of Baroque melody that is distinctly different from Renaissance melodic writing is known as compound melody. A compound melody is the term given to a single line that implies multiple melodic lines within itself. Here we'll take a look at Bach's Fugue in C minor from the Well-Tempered Clavier, Book 1. There's the opening subject. Now let's observe the beginnings of each beat in the above example. We'll include the opening C as well, and a reduction is seen at the right-hand side of the screen. Observe how the melody consistently returns to C5, the C above the middle C, creating the suggestion of a pedal tone. I'll play the reduction in the left hand while I play the actual melody in the right hand. So we keep coming back to that upper C and we create the illusion of a pedal tone. Now observe the strong beats and how they create a descending scale from lay to may. I'll emphasize that this time in the left hand. And it's this combined aspect that creates the illusion of two melodic lines happening at the same time. Two melodic lines combined within one melodic line. And that's what makes this special thing that's known as compound melody, that isn't really known in the Renaissance style, but is definitely known in the Baroque style. At least I should say the Renaissance style of vocal music writing. It sometimes appears in instrumental writing. But it's this idea of compound melody that really makes the Baroque style spark and come to life. So in creating and observing compound melodies, there are a few strategies that we can use. We can look for or utilize arpeggiations. These can be used to imply multiple lines, with each chord member of the arpeggiated harmony serving the role of the soprano, alto, tenor, or bass quote-unquote voice. For instance, you could see Bach, the first prelude from the Well-Tempered Clavier, Book 1. These different arpeggiations, these arpeggiations basically outlining different voices of a chord. Or the Cello Suite Number 1, the first movement. So each of those parts of the arpeggiation essentially creates the sensation of a new voice. So arpeggiations are one way that we can create compound melodies. Ornamentations are another way. These can be used to obscure an underlying melody and create a flowering line built upon it. By continuing to ornament the underlying line, then we can create the illusion of another flowery line on top of it. Or we could use large or unbalanced leaps like we saw in the Bach Well-Tempered Clavier example, the fugue subject from the C minor fugue, using large leaps to create different registral areas where the line has the sensation that it's dividing. Might be one way to registrally divide up that subject so that we hear that better. So utilizing arpeggiations, ornamentations, or large unbalanced leaps are great ways to begin to experiment and look for compound melodies in the Baroque style.